It's Fans of Patrol time. And it's Fans of Patrol time. My name is Montego. Welcome to Fans of Patrol. Say it one more time, Fans of Patrol. Uh, with me is my darling co-host, Miss Tifflebot. How are you the week after last of last week, Tiff?
I am doing good. Doing great.
Okay, all right. Well, can't ask
Uh
anything more than that. How's
no
it?
no. How about yourself?
I'm doing better.
Good.
Couldn't come on a show last week, y'all. My kid got in an accident right before we went on the show, and called me in a panic. Ah, daddy! Ah! And it was just like, oh shit! It's like we can't go. I was like, I gotta. And she lives 300 miles away in Chicago, so she had wrecked her damn car that we paid for, and damn it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so she's cool now. We're still dealing with the insurance and all that shit. If you ever been in an accident, you know, um, know how that goes. The worst part about it is the goddamn car is paid for it. So it's like,
That is the fucking
like, well,
worst.
we don't know if we're gonna total it out. I'm like, hey, don't total that mother. Fix that,
Mm-mm.
motherfucker. Please, fix it. So that's what's going on with me. Other than that, I am doing just capital.
I know that you've worn these glasses before, but I really like them.
Oh, thank you. You know, I don't even know. So they're my newest glasses. I've had the same glasses for like 10 years, but I have contact lenses that I change like all
Hmm.
the time, and I wear these from just try to give my eyes a break from time to time. Anyway, man.
You look smart. Not that
Oh,
you don't. Not that I don't know that you're smart, but you look really smart.
well, I'm glad I look smart because we all know that I'm not smart. So
You are. That's
I will fool the people.
bullshit. Like when I don't know if you're. I'm sure you kind of remember this. Oh no, you definitely remember it because. So when we were, we have some overlapping stuff because you're a little older than me, but not like super a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
In the early 2000s, late 90s, people wanted to wear like fake glasses
yeah, 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 yeah.
to like because you look smart, and it was fashion. It was fashion.
Get the hell away from me. You're a witness, right? He wasn't down here,
He
right?
was not even there.
Right.
We went on the back end trying to get some sound stuff fixed for like 10 minutes before the
Yeah,
show started, and
yeah,
not a peep.
yeah. But then here he comes, right?
He knows he wants to be a star.
Little bastard, get away from me. It's like everything in my power not to kick him. You know what I'm saying? I always just want to be like, get your ass away from me. That's my cat, ladies and gentlemen. First time, first time listeners. If this is your first time, thank you. Welcome. We love you. And
Oh, I'm like waving. I know that a lot of people are actually just listening instead of looking at us, but I am
yeah,
waving hello.
yeah, yeah. Much more listening than watching. That's for sure. People
Yeah,
don't.
I think it's like a fun podcast to be like, I'm in the car. Like I love to be in the car and
Get
listening
away
to a
from
really good one that's like
me.
he's like over it. He's over it.
God damn it. Get away from me. God. Anyway, yeah, that's. Ugh. Ah,
Oh shit.
get. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lock him up, his ass up in 5 seconds here.
Okay, well, I can handle talking if you want to put him in a little cage.
Stop it. All right. So anyway, I know it's really, really bad today.
It is bad today. It's bad today because usually you get him once and he's
Yeah.
gone. You like how you tell you
Hey,
push
go
him away
fuck
and
your
he's
ass
done.
someplace else. I don't need the animals rubbing in between my legs and all that shit, y'all. I don't like that stuff. Anyway, man, this week we had a dynamite show for you last week, and we stayed on the course because we are still doing our march to the Oscars, and we did decide to do. I thought it was called It's
The secret agent.
it's the Secret Agent, not
Hmm.
Secret Agent.
Yeah.
So we're doing an Oscar nominated 2025 Secret Agent. Um, and so probably a movie that a lot of people haven't heard. And our journey to the Oscars might be over with after this one because the rest of them just
Eh,
yeah.
I
they
don't. I'm not
they
feeling.
seem like typical Oscar type
Yeah,
of
I'm in. I'm done.
bullshit. Yeah, we are the fake Oscar Lord of the Ring winner type of people.
Yeah, we're the gimmies. The like,
Yeah,
there's been 14 Lord of the Rings movie. Here's finally your
yeah,
award.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
us.
That's us.
If there's a
we're,
really good one, we're into it. But like
we're
otherwise,
the
you know.
gladiator.
Well, you know what I heard recently is that the people who do the Academy who are like because the Academy is like I listen, I could be one like wrong, but like it's a wide range of people. It's kind of like when you get like, did you ever get the survey in the mail about like what TV you watched, and then you're considered part of the
The
polling
Nielsen,
people?
the
Yeah,
Nielsen
the
one.
Nielsen group. Right.
I got a Nielsen once. I felt like a very powerful person. I was like, I'm gonna
I
shut
will tell you,
down.
sucks, sucks,
Yeah, yeah,
sucks.
yeah. Even like $2 bills in the thing because I guess it had to be paid for. So they
Yes, yeah. I got one once, and I really wanted to do it, but I also was like, money, and then I just
they
forgot to do.
oh
I
you
forgot to do the rating. I was like, I had the $2 though, or whatever
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. But
Actually,
I
I
heard,
got it twice. So
ooh,
yeah, I made
and I
four.
bet you did it. You did it, right?
Of course I did. I was so
Yeah, the power,
I felt like He-Man, right? By
the
the power of
power.
Grayskull, I'm gonna shut this shit down.
Oh, that's so I heard that the Oscars have like it's like I don't know who they pick from or how they pick people, but it's like these people who are voting on the movies, or sometimes they're just being like, "Well, this is the one I saw, so that's the winner."
Oh, that's
And
shitty.
I'm like, "No, if you're yeah, you have this responsibility. You have to watch all of them."
It's been documented, notoriously racist too. Like the people who get it, it's like mainly white males and shit. It's just
Mhm.
like
Because that's the one that the people saw. Like the white people who are voting saw that one.
exactly. But then you get all of us because how was it the top movie so artsy fartsy for so long? Like
Yeah, because I think
shit
the
that
majority of
nobody would
people,
ever want to see.
yeah, nobody's seen it.
You're like, have you saw it? Blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I haven't saw blah, 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 blah. How
Haven't
was
seen it.
blah, 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 blah? They're like, it was fantastic. And then they show like the scenes, when and you're like, this shit looks awful.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It's
I
a
will
whole scene with
say,
somebody like, I'm pausing, y'all. I'm pausing
depression,
looking off it. You're right.
melancholy.
And it's in black and white and shit.
I will say that I actually will probably round out the Oscars because there's the other ones I do. Those are kind of things I would watch on my own. Like I
Oh,
probably
really?
wouldn't have watched F1 if I was like by myself
You want to
picking
watch what?
movies. I wouldn't have watched F1 probably. You know what I mean? Like if I was like just picking like if we didn't do a show, I probably wouldn't have watched that. But like I would watch Hamnet. I would watch
Wait a
probably
minute.
Marty
You said
Supreme.
F1?
F1? F1?
F1. I thought you said Def 1. I'm like,
Sorry.
what the hell
F.
is Def 1?
Me, it's F F. That is now I'm hearing it too. I'm hearing it too. F.
Yeah, F. Yeah. Oh, it
Why
might have
is
just
that?
been me. I really thought you said
Yeah.
Def.
And then you kept saying back to me, what's F1? I think is what you were saying. And I was hearing F1 and I was like, F1,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
movie we watched.
yeah. Now, see, I did want to see F1 for a long
Mm.
time, so that it was a Montego type of movie, but it didn't seem like an Oscar type of movie to me.
Yeah, popcorn movie.
I've seen a lot of hard hitting ass movies that like never made it there. Like I'll say it, and the hell with y'all. The Batman should have been an Oscar nominated movie. I've seen performances in that movie that blew me away.
Didn't he get nominated and win an Oscar for that?
I think
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. I think he was nominated. I don't think he
Colin
won.
Farrell.
But
I just don't remember stuff so well. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, even Pattinson was a phenomenal Batman. That man put on that suit 90% of that movie and gave you just grit and the cinematography. That movie was great.
every
Man.
time we talk about the Batman, I'm like, I could get off this and go do that.
I can too, right? It's a fun.
I got listen. I got a thing to do.
I'm glad Sinners is in it. And when I was watching it, I was like, I literally, I was like, well, this scary movie could, I'm seeing performances that I've never seen before. And
Transported.
yeah, yeah, I'm seeing storylines that I've never seen. I'm so engaged, and then they threw vampires in, right? You're like, oh shit, I
Yeah.
forgot this about vampire, and then I'm like, this would never get any kind of Oscar or anything because of racism. That's
Mhm.
literally what I was thinking. I was like, it's never ever, and then genre movies really don't never really make it in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when is the last time a horror movie ever, was nominated for Best Picture? I don't think ever. Maybe The Shining,
Exorcist.
huh? Maybe,
Exorcist.
maybe I don't know. We might just be making this shit up, y'all.
You guys, this is our version of history.
Right?
This is what we remember. These are the facts as we remember them. The
Exactly.
thing about Sinners is I'm actually I like to go to the movie theater still, and I'm falling back in love with actually going to the movie theater. My sister and I like to go together now a lot, which is really fun. We're actually going to go to a movie today when we're off the show.
What you gonna go see?
We were going to go see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And then it's not showing in very many places. It's like a guy comes back from the future and needs to save the future. So instead we're seeing Psycho Killer.
What the hell is that? Get the hell away from me.
I thought you were talking to me about the Psycho Killer movie. Uh, so it's a movie. I watched the trailer and I can't even say because I was just like, oh, I just want to go to a movie now. So whatever you pick is fine. I don't really know about this movie. We're gonna go see it today.
Yeah,
It's a horror. It's a horror movie.
okay. It's nothing else I want to see right now. I don't think.
But what I'm saying is about Sinners is while most of the time I like to go to the movies, I don't mind going to the theater. I'm not one of those people that's like. Typically, I'm not like, oh, you have to see it in the theater. Sinners is one of those movies that I'm like, that might be a movie that once you see it, you would have wished. We saw it in the theater, but like a lot of people didn't. That might be one of those ones that you wished later that you would have been able to see in the theater.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw them both at home and in the theater, and yeah, I'm glad I saw it in a theater. I'm looking at this movie you're talking about. Good Luck, Don't Die. I haven't seen a goddamn thing about this. Nothing. So that's interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, he like comes back from the future and he tries to like explain that there's and he just says, then he gets a team of people to help save the future and they're all like a bunch of losers.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, have fun at the theaters today. So back to our movie. We're
Yeah.
2025 rated R, 2 hours 41 minutes, y'all. 41 big ones. So let me see. This movie has made $16 million, and wow, that's pretty goddamn low. Do you know how much it?
Let me look at.
This is a Brazilian-made film, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
this is a foreign film.
Yeah, yeah.
It cost 27. Oh no. Oh, $5 million to make.
Oh, smashing success then. There we
Yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
It had the money written in Portuguese
Oh,
currency and it's 5 million American dollars was how much it cost to make and it made 18 according to this. Was that what you said?
5 million Americans. Okay,
So
that's
not bad actually.
yeah, and especially from something that I didn't even see advertised. You know what I'm saying? Not that I watch advertisements, but I didn't see it advertised. I will say this: that the Rotten Tomato score for this puppy is 98% for the critics, which wouldn't surprise me because critics. Um, and then 83% for the fan score, baby.
Okay. I thought you were going to tell me, and then the fans don't like it, which I thought would be really strange. Because I kind of feel like, we haven't done our one word yet, but this feels like one of those movies where if you go out of your way to see it, you're probably going to like it. Does that make sense? Like, if you're the kind of person that sees that and it's like, yeah, I'm going to see that, then you're probably not going to hate it.
Well, I guess because I did not. I actually didn't want to see this movie, but we were doing our little Oscar track,
Hmm.
so I was just like, well, what's possibly could be fan on patrolish because we're no fools, you guys, even though we act like fools.
I am a fool.
I'm most certainly a fool, but we wouldn't have you guys sit here through chocolate warning or some shit that that
Right. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to see Hamnet. That's
yeah,
not really a fans on patrol movie. It might be a great movie, but that's just not.
yeah, our people don't give a shit about that.
So
Yeah.
this is maybe more along the lines of a spy thriller.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So let me see. Where else? What else do we do? Uh,
You give me the synopsis of this movie, please.
oh yeah. Well, here we are with the synopsis. Now, this is what I really like about. Well, one thing I don't like about this goddamn movie, y'all. You got to read. All reading. The film is spoken.
It's not available dubbed.
There's like 6 or 7 sentences in English. So
And
uh,
excuse me, Portuguese, and then a little German, a little surprise German in there.
yeah, 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 a tiny bit. I thought that guy was dead too. Anyway, we'll get to that. I thought the actor was dead,
Oh,
but
sure.
so in 1977, a technology expert flees from his mysterious past and returns to his home in what is that, Recife, in search of peace. He soon realized that the city is far from being the refuge that he seeks. Um, I should have read that before I watched this. So it would have made actually had it make a little bit more sense
Yeah.
for me. So Tiff, you don't have to go hard. Just
Mm-hmm.
give us a couple people
Mm-hmm.
who's in this movie.
So we have Wagner Moura. He is the main guy, and he's also the guy from Narcos, which is I think where a lot of people would recognize him from. He played Pablo Escobar.
I've never seen Narcos.
Anyway, looking hot as hell in
You
this
thought so?
movie.
I thought he
I
looked a
mean,
little
wait,
raggedy. I thought he
I look handsome, so
looked
handsome, handsome with the beard, handsome without the beard. Those little shorts, fantastique, is in
uh,
my opinion.
okay.
Car- Carlos Francisco, he had on those tiny little '70s shorts, and I was like, oh, okay. Uh, Tanya Maria, Gabrielle Leon, Roni Villela, Maria Fernando Candido, Thomas Aquino, a bunch of these people who I think are very famous in Brazil, but we maybe don't know them very
So
well.
the vampire from Blade, who was the I'm about to go deep. The vampire from Blade, who was in charge of the families, who Deacon Frost took his teeth and killed him before the end of the movie. He was in this movie. Speaking German. Like I don't think he speak the word of English in the movie. So
No, he spoke German, and then he also spoke
no,
Portuguese.
he did speak Portuguese too. Yeah, no,
Um, yeah. So that's kind of the Carlos Francisco. That's kind of the main cast here.
yeah. So before we go any further,
Hmm.
it is time. I got to put that on live. I got one word. One word, everybody. One word is part of the show where we just try to sum up the whole entire movie in one word of the English language, or maybe any language.
Yeah.
One word.
A little extra sauce today. My one word is surprising. And the reason I'm going to say surprising is because I was sort of thinking that this might be one of those movies that's
Hey, could you check our YouTube? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll check it. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I can do it. It's a little. I think I can see it's live, but you want me to see if it's live?
Yeah.
It's a little surprising for me because I was watching this movie and sometimes I'm just not in the mood. Like I actually prefer when I'm watching a foreign film to read subtitles. We're live, to read them because I like to hear the original language and hear how they're emoting in that way. But it does take a lot because you're reading and trying to absorb
It was
also what's
fast
happening in
too.
the film, and it was very fast.
It was super fast.
But what I'll say is, or maybe the word is intrigue, because I was like, I have to fucking find out what happens in this movie, even though it's kind of a slow burn. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, for sure.
I'm really enjoying just the settings are so well done. There's a lot of really amazing shots that we
Yeah.
get. You feel for these fucking people, obviously. It's like these people are going through it. There's all this there's this place where he stays where all of these people are sort of like political
Refugees.
refugees, and they didn't like to use that word because of I can't remember what they said, but they're there because they're hiding from the government because the government is not good at this time. It's like military run. It's run by the military. And it's just awful. And here's the thing, you guys, when you're watching this movie, the whole time that something bad is going to happen. Even if it's not going to be to our main character, which you just assume it is going to be the main character, all these people are in fucking danger.
Yeah. So my one word is distracted because I was distracted by having to read this goddamn thing the whole time. Now, I will say this. The movie is period. It's 70s. It has that old school look like it was even filmed in the 70s. And it's a lot to see. Like Tiff is 100% right. I think it's a gorgeous film. It should definitely be in the running for best cinematography. I'm not even playing. With that being said, I'm having to read either I wish I spoke Portuguese or they had an American dub because I was so distracted because there was a lot going on and the words were fast, but I really just wanted to take in the
Yeah,
scene,
and see the
and I'm
scenes.
like, look at this, and then it's like, oh shit, wait a minute, they was talking, what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, because it was a lot to see on the screen. They did it like 70 millimeter style where they have so
It's
many.
beautiful.
They didn't I don't know if they shot it in 70 millimeter, but that's how I think that was the point. It looked like what was that Steven Spielberg, his first film, with the truck trying to run over the guy in the middle of the desert and shit. I forgot the name of that movie. It was a truck. You never saw the truck driver. He just chasing this guy down. It was in the desert.
What?
The film was stunningly gorgeous, for the era. And it's just a lot to see on scene. Now, funny enough, I think back in the 70s, I don't think they were trying to be, stunningly gorgeous. They were just shooting the scene, but they purposely did not shoot this movie like it was new. So a lot to see there and a lot to take in. a lot of things happening and a lot of moving parts in this movie too. So anyway, let's get it going. Movie starts. You're right, super slow. I thought it was very interesting that the director set this in the backdrop of Carnival in Rio, the real
Hmm.
Carnival, which I guess lasts for days and months.
Days, yeah, a lot, like a week, maybe a
And
week.
it was long because he got into town. They were already like 81 people, murdered in
Yeah,
Carnival and
there
shit.
was, and I feel like, so there's another thing about this movie, like there's, like you were saying, it's layered. So there's all these things happening,
Mhm.
and um it's a lot to keep track of
Yeah,
because there's and so this is like a real thing that happened, obviously. So like there's like the police, there's a small time police, and then there's like this big time police, and then there's like a hitman, and then there's like a corrupt company guy, and it all folds together.
yeah.
It comes together in the movie, but because there's so much detail, and yes, you're right, because you're reading the whole time, I feel like I could watch this again and like just look at it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like there was a lot to see. It was a lot going on, and they put it's so interesting to me because uh, you would think this movie. I was looking at, it, I was like, how much this goddamn movie cost? Because there wasn't a car that was like out of place in any scene.
No, it was like
Everyone was dressed
perfect.
appropriately in every scene, and they would stuff 100, 300 people in a scene, and everybody got on 70s clothes and 70s hairdos, and I was like, damn, I
Yeah.
mean, they did a lot with just, and we're talking one scene, and there, how a lot of period films get away with their bullshit is that they keep the shots tight. They show you a couple of scenes like Marty
It's like
McFly walking
here's
into
a car.
into the Times Square. I mean, the
Hmm.
town square, and things like that. But I mean, they were showing the city vast. They would show the whole city, and they would show blocks, and everybody was looking like they should have, like in the right place at the right time. And so, he pulls up at that gas station. There's a dead body laying.
That dead body.
So I wasn't sure what this movie was about. I'm like, well, he must be a secret agent.
I thought so too. I thought he is.
He was not a secret agent.
He was, yeah. Spoiler alert, everybody. This is a spoiler-based podcast, as you
Right,
know.
right, right, right.
He is not a secret agent, you guys.
There
He's
was
just
no
a
secret
regular
agent.
person.
There was not one secret agent.
No, there is a show within this movie called The Secret Agent
Yeah,
that
yeah,
the child is watching. And you guys, the way they pull in and out of stuff, I know that we're just harping on a lot of like the beautifulness of this movie, but it's really going to be kind of hard to talk about because of the cyclical nature of the way the story folds in on itself. Because
yeah,
yeah, you're right. We open in the gas station, and then the police finally come because the guy who's working in the gas station is like, that body's been here for like a week, or like,
yeah,
oh no, since Sunday, like, so 3 or 4 days,
yeah,
and it's bad.
yeah,
And so while he's like, well, then I'm gonna go, is what his vibe was. And I
he
think
had
it's,
no
we
gas.
didn't know.
He had no gas.
Right. So he had to get the gas.
Yeah, and then they
And
show up just to be corrupt cops, which is
yes.
par for the course. I know when I was in Mexico, it was par for the course. They give you tips on how to bribe the cops and what to say when you get pulled over and shit. And how much you should probably give. And I'm like, God damn. So I got flashbacks and shit when I was like, that shit is real. And I could have only imagined back in the 70s it being probably far, far, far worse because that
And
cop looked like he
right.
really wanted to like monk him up, Jack.
And this is like also um the militarized police controlled state is recognized like that is actually like what happened. They had a coup, and
Yeah,
so these cops are not just corrupt cops, they are corrupt cops, but they're even worse because they're corrupt cops who have the power of
yeah.
like the government. I mean, obviously cops do, but so like he's like, give me money, and then he's like, I don't have any money, but I'll give you cigarettes. And then he's
Cigarette.
like, I'll take them.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn,
Yeah,
you
I
low
was like, yeah,
life.
that's why I was like, taking all the everything.
You low life. Senoritas come around. They had enough sense to keep on going and stuff. I thought that was gonna be something, but it was just something that just happened in the movie. So he gets to this home, and we meet this charming lady. What was her name?
Oh my gosh, Donna. Like that's Donna is like a title. They call her Donna.
She was 77 years old. And she was very proud to say that she was 77 years old.
Claudia.
Claudia, and she was a chatterbox, man. She talked 100 miles per hour, and
Oh no,
she
no, Donna Sebastiana, and Claudia is the.
Claudia's the lady
The
that
woman, I think. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
this is another thing that's going to be harder to keep track of, like names and stuff, because there's a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah, so Little Mama, I'll just call it Little Mama. She ran this house, man. She was super short,
So
uh,
cute,
and she was like
brave.
77. It was 1977. I'll say that again. And she said, I think she was saying she was 77 or something like that.
Yeah, she's
So
older.
she she had seen a whole. She would always talk about stuff that she went through as she like walked you right through the house or through the compound or whatnot. House was very clean. You know, he comes in, he meets the other people. I did not realize they were all refugees at first, Tiff. I thought
Yeah,
they,
I thought they were like housing him there.
yeah. But everybody except for the kid who seemed a tad slow, who was like the little butler, we'll just call him
Yes,
the butler.
yes.
He was the only one, she inherited him out of some tragedy and he stayed. And everybody else was somebody else, and they all had pseudo names, which we don't find out till later on in the film.
Right.
You know,
So that's the small, just that right there is just a small example of the folding in that we're talking about. We see stuff happen, and then something connects to that much later in the film. Also, I want to mention that this film has a very strange out of sequence timeline where in the
yeah, it just
middle of the
shows up.
movie,
It just shows up. I was pissed.
and I was at first I was confused because I was like,
I was like, wait a minute, ain't no iPhones.
right, that's what I thought. I thought, was I, and this is so stupid. I was like,
You started
was I
questioning.
wrong this whole time about when this movie takes place?
Right? I
Yeah, well,
thought,
and because I didn't see the iPhone. All I saw was the earphones, and I was like, that doesn't.
so you must have blinked because they
Yes,
switched that scene.
it doesn't take very long.
They switched that scene, and that's what they showed, the iPhone and the time.
Okay, I must
I
have
was
missed
like,
that.
what the hell? But anyway, back to the sequence. So he meets these people. We have the hot chick with the daughter down the way. We have the soccer dude who was just. I was like, what's his deal? Because he was staring at him like he was gay, and then he was staring at the lady like he was straight, and I was like, is this gonna be anything to do with gender? And no, it didn't. But that's it to me the way that he would just like all up in
Fair.
everybody's face. I was like,
Also, there's a two-faced cat
holy shit.
that I don't understand the purpose of the two-faced cat. It doesn't really.
I wonder if that cat was real. Like
No.
they just had to put it into
You
the
mean
movie.
like at some point someone saw a two-faced?
No, I'm
Like,
talking about if that cat was real, and they just had to,
no.
we're gonna put this in the movie.
I just thought
We're gonna make a useless scene and put this cat in the movie.
And the cat shows up more than once, and I just think I wonder if there's something like lore or something like that that I wouldn't know. Do you know what I mean?
I would like to see if
Um,
that cat was real or not. It
Cat
looked
there.
it looked like
They
it
did
was,
a good job. They did a good job with
it
it.
looked
And
like it
some
was
animals,
done, but I'm like,
well,
that was real.
some animals have been born that way, but they don't live very long. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so they live in this compound, and then we find out that he has a son.
That's in town
Yeah.
and no mother, because at first I thought he was a divorcee,
Yes.
but he shows up at the house, and the look that he gets from the mom, well, I guess his mother-in-law and father-in-law, he gets long embraces. So I didn't know who we were dealing with. At first, I thought they was his parents, but
Yes. Yeah.
the silence was a little jarring. I was like, oh wait a minute, obviously something happened to the wife now.
Yes. Everything about Grandpa, that's what I'm going to call him,
Yep, yeah, for sure.
is heartbreaking to me. Be nice to Grandpa. Like every time I thought Grandpa was even marginally in danger, I was immediately upset.
Oh, I thought he was a goner later on.
Yeah, and I was like that. I mean, and it's very sad that to think about the fact that this was happening to real people and still happens to people. So you're watching this, and I just felt sick for that little old man with his shirt all unbuttoned playing the
Oh God.
movies.
Well, guys, please.
No,
But-
let him. That's
button
fine.
the shirts.
It's
Button the
hot.
shirts.
It's hot. It's hot as hell up in that projection room. And so he's saying, I think there's like this. I'm obviously this idea that like he's not safe. You're not. You guys aren't safe. And
But we really didn't know what the danger was, Tim.
right, we didn't know why. We thought again, we were still thinking he's a secret agent. I think at this point we don't know
waiting
that's
for him to
why
start
he's
doing
not
some
safe.
spook stuff.
Right.
There's no sneaking and creeping. What's going on here, Tiff?
Right. And so he's like, I want to take my son. And the grandpa's like, well, we don't, you don't really know if he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
because you have not. He's like, no, it'll be fine. And then we find out. So like, here's again, it's another trouble with this folding in of this movie. Um,
I thought he was gonna be estranged from his son, and then
I
like,
did too, but his son loves
no.
him
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
is obsessed with Jaws. What a little
I thought that was a
good taste. I did too.
great thing to add to this movie because, here we are in Brazil. Most people haven't even like at this time seen film. You know what I'm saying? But it's such a phenomenon that it was mentioned so many times in this movie. Like the boy was drawing
Yes.
Jaws. You would see the movie posters. You
And these
know,
are our parallels because there's the danger that's always lurking beneath them. Like I mean, that's just obviously there that we're drawing them between these people and the situation that they're in. But he's also just genuinely obsessed with sharks, and I love that, like because of how scared he kind of was of the Jaws, and he wants to see it. And his grandpa runs the movie house, so he's got like probably more of or he runs the projector house in the movie house. But he's also there's that Bugs Bunny cartoon that brings the shark in. There's just so much like things that are bringing this all in together that makes this sort of like more than anything like a giant painting.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw a scene, and it's actually on the internet. I mean, I'm looking at pictures of the film. There was a huge King Kong sign on the front
Mm-hmm.
of the building,
Yes.
and then there's all these VW bugs, and I mean, they really went all out to make sure that you were immersed in this old timey place. Now I've never been to Brazil, and Brazil was still made look like this. I don't know. So they may have done a great job, or maybe not. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
think Brazil looks pretty modern, but like I think like
No, no, no.
this.
I'm saying every city got their old,
Oh,
old.
they're old cord. Like this is like the.
Yeah, yeah. I think it probably has more old than new, to be honest with
Oh well, I mean, yeah, definitely lots of historical parts.
you. Yeah.
Um, but like I think this part where they're in having carnival
Hmm.
and he gets into the street with the people to like hide from the cops that are coming.
Yeah.
There's all these things that are happening that like wind in and wind out of this story. But he's asking his dad, his grandpa, the grandpa, his father-in-law, is giving him help to try to get papers because he needs papers to get out of the country, and they've suspended his. So this is really hard for me to like remember in which
Well,
order this
I can
happens.
tell you. So what was significant is that he had a fake job set up, and he was supposed to be working as getting IDs. But they came in 6:30 in the morning, and the place don't open. 6 o'clock in the morning, the place doesn't open till later, and they put all these fake employees in to have an appearance that it was a police station. So the head detective is no chief of police, super corrupt with his two sons, who have this reputation of being butchers.
Oh my God, the Sons.
Yeah, the sons were terrible. They were all terrible. But
And
this
he's an
lady,
idiot.
a richer lady, got her housekeeper's daughter murdered. And so they did all of this fiction just so she can come in and do a report. And then the real mother showed up, or the housekeeper. There was drama everywhere. And our hero is like, what the hell is going on? I
Right.
thought
He's like, this
we
is a
were
police
getting IDs,
station.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next thing, the last people he wanted to be around was some goddamn cops because, the cops were corrupt and part of the system.
And
And they
he's
were
in
looking for
trouble with the system because,
exactly.
which we don't know yet. We just assume, again, right now, we're still assuming he's a secret agent. But here's one of the things that I must be maybe is cultural and I don't know. But like the main guy must have liked his machismo. I don't understand because like he just singled him out and was like, I thought he was suspicious of him, but he wasn't. He
I
was
thought
like, I
so.
like you.
He was getting a man boner for no reason. I
Yeah, he
mean,
was like, I really like you. I think like you come to me if you need help.
for no reason,
And
guys. He was
yeah,
literally,
no reason, you guys. Really, really, no reason other
yeah,
than like he's like not typing, but he said he was starting there as like a file clerk,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he was like for all intents and purposes beyond that's like his cover job, and he does go in there and he's looking for his mom's like birth certificate, but I
yeah.
don't know if that's just a cover.
But so at this point in the movie, this is where we learned that this is kind of like a underground railroad
Hmm.
situation that he's involved in because the his boss mentions it like, look, I'm part of it. That's all I'm gonna say. you know, just dropping hints. So we have the goddamn. I'm sorry. we have the we have Big Mama. She running her house. We got this guy that can put people in jobs here and there. And what an eclectic group that he was working with. That lady with the big glasses and
That
stuff.
lady who's like, "Do you fuck?"
Yeah. Basically, right.
And he was like, I do, but I can't right now. Basically, it was like the situation.
Well, she asked him, was he married? And he told her yes. And I was like, huh.
No,
So
he
I'm
said it was,
confused.
and he also said it was complicated.
Yes, he did say it was complicated, but he said yes. Now, they have another flashback later on, which really straightens things out. Because I'm like, what happened to the wife? What happened to the
Right.
wife? What happened to the wife? So I'm thinking that somebody killed her. Everybody's like, but if he was involved with these cops right here in this town, they would have recognized them and knew him. So then we find out that some rich tech giant at the time, he worked for him, and this guy literally puts a hit out for him. He wants him dead, dead, dead. And I was wondering what was the reason for so much passion for wanting this guy dead. That
Well,
never,
he wants that invention.
yes, but why kill the guy? If did you get the invention? So he invented, like, what did he invent? It's like some shit that we use now, like
Lithium battery.
lithium battery. He was supposed to be the inventor of lithium batteries, and you know, they were kind of laughing at him like he was a kook and shit.
Well, and
Like,
they were also saying like you used state money. Suppose like that's the thing. That's all. That's how they justify this bullshit.
yeah.
Like, because he's doing the research and he's like, "Well, I invented it while I was
He
here," and
basically
he
said
was
that nah, because you worked here,
right.
which is
That's ours.
which is normally the case. You can't be inventing shit when you're working for a company and stuff. So I
But
mean, it's
yes. There's a lot of like
normally in your contract. You
if you're
can't, like,
working,
I
you
invented
own
cable
your
television working at dog whatever. No, that's their intellectual property if you're working for them. But this is a different country. The rules
yeah.
might be
There's some
different.
corrupt
And,
stuff
and
happening.
I think he wasn't really. I think he was a professor at the
He
time when he
was a
was born.
professor.
Yeah. So
It's like it's a research university, I think is
yes,
what it was. And so they had all these people, and the thing is there was xenophobia, what was like from everyone. And so like
yeah,
there was some people there who there was an American woman and then there was a British man.
yeah, yeah,
And that pissed him off. The
yeah.
guy, the
Yeah.
I
So
don't even know what his
I don't
name
even
was.
know how he had the power over these people. Because he owned a company and these people work for the university. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, maybe I don't know. It was
That's another thing I think that maybe another watch would be beneficial because like you're saying it's a lot of information to try to pick up,
yeah.
especially if you're not 100% like up on
Well,
the
and
history of
I'm
the
watching this though, but
situation.
I'm like, how is he in charge? Because he said he was like in charge of this company. He was a real piece of shit. So then he takes his wife. He takes him out trying to smooth stuff over, and his wife just get fed up and is like, I got to walk away from this stuff. And then he starts insulting the wife, and oh boy, but basically got his ass whooped. And I like that part. And he was like, oh, you think I'm gonna sit up here and let you like just
Right.
talk to my wife like she ain't shit. And is that I don't is that why the wife is gone? Because they don't ever
That's I think what
ever tell you
happened
how
is
what happened to her.
there's no like clear
Yeah,
like indication of what happened to her. I think the implication is that she was the first casualty of
yeah.
them being
I
like
I
political
assume.
like
I'm with you.
refugees, yeah. And so
Yeah,
like now he's running with his son
yeah,
and he gives his son to the grandparents because he can't keep him safe,
yeah.
which is again I think that he's recognizing that's a long gamble too because they're going to be able to find out that you're the grandparents.
So what I really really liked what the movie did was that when he starts doing the narration, like doing a tape record, and that's when in the middle of the movie where they brought the
That's
oh
maybe why he was trying to get the birth certificate so that
he could
they would be able to trace the names back to find out who he was related to.
exactly he had 4 days, and so he really wanted to get purge his file.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, yeah, he wanted to purge his file, and
Yeah.
talking to the lady who was in charge of the I think her name was Eliza. She was in charge of the Underground Railroad, and they were recording it. Now I don't know why they recorded it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why are they recording this? And then these in the future, all of a sudden, guys, that we go to the future,
The future.
and it's some college kids like document. They like doing transcripts and stuff. And I'm like, is this the secret agent part? I didn't know. And I was like, no, these are a couple of kids, right?
Um I also want to mention you guys I think this is Yeah, they're just some college kids doing. I thought they were doing a podcast at first. Was what I
You
thought they
too.
were going to
I did too.
do. Like a true crime podcast.
Yeah, I did too.
There is a foot is taken out of a shark,
Oh, the whole shark
and
thing.
there's a
I forgot about that.
whole
Yeah.
foot. There's like this thing called the foot that they read about in the newspaper. That's like a crime or a foot that just goes and kicks people's asses? Question mark.
So our corrupt cops literally fed a man in the ocean, and then
Yes.
he ended up getting eaten by a shark. Some researchers had the shark and found a leg. They called the cops. Same cops that killed the guy, and so
Jesus
basically
Christ.
they were worried about a person being identified from this leg, which I think in 1977 would have never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
there's no fingerprints on the toes. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gets toe prints. So they were obsessed with like getting rid of this damn leg. I mean, they had this whole little sneaky spy thing where they stole
Well,
it,
they holding the
org, and
thing.
wrapped up the leg, left a horse leg in there.
Which why?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think because there's like fuck it, who cares? But then I thought I guess no one's gonna get in trouble because like I also don't understand the point of even hiding it because you're the cops. Like what's anyone gonna say to you?
And why would you throw it back into the water? Why wouldn't you?
Right? Yeah, and then you guys.
Various.
So then, because another thing this movie does that's really interesting is like so there's this foot, and that really happened like within the tail of this movie that they really took it out of the shark. But then, like I said, they're reading like this serial. It's like a serialized version of like this.
The people. Yeah.
Yeah, that they're just like this, and that used to happen a lot in newspapers. They would write like a serialized fictional story.
Yeah.
Right, here comes the foot.
Yeah.
And so like that foot, the real foot, then turns into this fake foot that does all these things, which
that thing bothered me. I was like, why did
I didn't really understand.
Oh, guys,
I didn't understand
the foot like all of a sudden like an old horror movie bouncing
like
in the city, whooping people's asses, and it was just like it was clearly CGI, and it was just like, I mean, I don't think they really took the scene wasn't meant to take seriously, but I don't even understand why. I guess it was an attempt to try to bring us into the.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking at what this says, and I just want to bring this up because I'm kind of interested. It says Sergio and Arlindo, that's the two, the corrupt sons, dispose of the human leg in the Capibaribe River, where it suddenly revives and attacks gay men cruising in a public park at night. And the story, presumably a newspaper cover-up for the political corruption and violence during the Carnival week, creates a public frenzy. So, like, supposedly a real story, and the reason they're reading it and laughing about it is because they're like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, I still
has to be presented as, but they're distracting from like what's actually happening.
I don't know why they did that.
But I didn't get that watching the movie. I just thought that they were having a laugh. But I think that maybe they made it so sensationalized to emphasize the fact that there was cover-ups happening, and that's why they were all like, because everyone was really. Because, like, that one lady, I wondered why she was so upset about this foot thing. Because, like, not the foot thing that happened, but, like, the foot story. Because she was like, I don't want to hear any more about this. And the one lady was like, wait, it gets really funny.
Huh. Yeah. She was
because she's like, it's how stupid they are to, like, try to make it sound like that. And then, like Montego said earlier, there's, like, this whole thing where the corrupt cop of this town, the leader of this town, is counting up and excited about the number of people who died during Carnival.
Yeah, like, and he was supposed to be protecting the servant. Now, enter our real hitmen who were there the whole time, like coming to the town, doing target practice. It's a man and his stepson from the military, and they're coming to kill our hero Armando, and which was his real name.
Yeah, that's his real name.
And they hire this low-life guy to, just some random dude to go kill Armando. Now, this is where stuff gets screwy, y'all. Hold on to your cheeks. So the guy, they target Armando through the dad. So they're following the dad and out of the movie theater. And you just knew the old man was going to get it, But also, let me be, I don't want to be remiss the fact of the performance from the dead wife when she was telling the corrupt mogul how shitty of a man he was. And her father, how he worked his whole life since he was a real man. And that was on a recording. And Armando had a chance to tell his stepfather. He was telling somebody this story, and he was like, "Did she really say that?" He was telling Eliza, who was in charge of the Underground Railroad. He was telling her that, and that was a good scene. That was a really, really good scene.
It was. There's a lot. I mean, like, obviously, this is very sad, that all this stuff is happening, and you kind of feel sick. Like, I mean, obviously you're watching this, and like, and that part is so, you can tell he's just so happy to hear that his daughter was proud of him.
Yeah, yeah, she was really proud
And
of him.
he had earlier accused um Armando of being like having lots of affairs, like sleeping with lots of
Yeah,
women.
where that shit come from? You know, he was
Yeah, and I think that
talking
he
about
was
all that,
like,
like,
and I thought just say no if you didn't, but then I thought, it probably is because he loved his wife very much, and that's a hurtful question to him, because like there was no, and then you guys, there's no evidence of it. He does have sex with that other woman, but his wife is dead.
you knew that was gonna happen when you saw her with the
Yeah, you knew
tight
exactly what was
ass
going to happen.
tight ass shorts. I was like, well, she's gonna get it.
So like they have and so like they find out that the dad works at that film at the Cineplex.
And they stake it out.
Cineplex.
It's not well. It's a
Cinema.
yeah. And so they follow him and
Hmm.
know that, so they're gonna follow him and figure it would lead to Armando, which it hit pay dirt. So there's this sneaky spy stuff going on, and nobody's a spy, you know, and following the old man to where Armando works, and he says his name, and the place is crowded in the middle of the thing. And so now there's a foot chase, but no running. You know, it's like the
Yeah, because he gets shot.
well, it gets really weird, and so maybe you can help me understand this because
Yes.
he goes in there to shoot Armando. They end up being outside. Armando was smooth and slick. He used these bumbling idiots cops to say it was a guy in there with a gun threatening people,
Yeah, because he was like, can I get your help? You said you'd help me.
and they didn't want to go. But then the son gets up with some other guy, some other GI Joe, and they go. And boy, oh boy, this guy ends up. They walk up behind him. They don't know who he is. They
Yes.
don't realize that this is the hitman that they already knew what was
This is the hitman the hitman. So
happening.
there was two hitmen, and they paid another hitman to do the dirty work.
Which to me was weird because they had that little negotiating session.
Yeah.
They were getting paid 6 grand for this. He wanted 4 grand. I'm like, y'all about to pay him 4 grand? Just y'all losing all y'all money. Y'all specifically came into town to make
Yeah,
this
I mean, like,
6 grand.
if you have
Yeah,
no qualms about doing this, then what's
y'all
going
cool
on?
with just 2 grand, 1,000 between the two of y'all?
And I don't
So
know how much money that would be today or whatever.
I assume they were gonna kill him anyway when he finished.
Oh, kill the assassin
I
and take
thought
the
they
money.
were because I'm like, why would you agree to more to 60% of your cheddar? Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. You know, and so go ahead.
This guy does not. Here's the thing. You know how in most movies you go, that guy wouldn't wait to shoot? This man does not wait to shoot. It is a full blown, like, just he kills those cops immediately.
They shot him in the face and shit.
You guys, it's
That was
awful
bad.
to
Yeah,
see. And then he shoots, like, they must have spent a lot of time making that stuff look really realistic because it blows his cheek out, you guys. So then they shoot him and he's got an injury, but it's not like a necessarily, like, you could reasonably survive it if you get some help in time.
as long as they ain't hit the
Um,
artery because he was bleeding, and
he
that's how
was bleeding.
the
And so he's
other
like,
hitman, who one of the hirers,
yes,
shows up, and he starts following him because he sees that he shot the uh,
cops.
the cop's son, who they're acquaintances with. They hosted him one night.
Yes.
And so he starts following him. He doesn't realize this is his own hitman. No, I think he does realize this is his own hitman. And so he starts following him. And I'm like, I wonder why he's
I think he's like,
trying to
now I
kill
gotta
him.
cover this up
Is that what you
because
think?
this is the guy that we hired to kill. Now he's killed this guy's sons that we know who hired us to kill. You guys, that's what I'm talking about when this thing sort of is an accordion that starts to collapse in on itself.
Yeah.
I totally think he's trying to like clean up.
Okay.
So like if he kills
I
him,
thought maybe, but I was like, I'm not sure. Why? I mean, he's really, really trying to get this dude. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was gonna get caught, so kill him before he gets caught,
mhm.
or what? Because
Right. I just didn't think that he was like,
I'm like, kill him when he comes to the cop.
but then you guys, he gets killed
by
by the guy they hired, the
no,
assassin.
no, no, the chief of yeah, he gets killed.
It's like the last thing he does before he like limps out. Now there's people who see him through the barbershop window and they're carnival participants. That's another thing that's happening is like there's this ethereal, again, like we talked about with the carnival. It's happening at the same time because all of this is supposed to be like, this is all just like insanity. Like not just, it's like a commentary, like being like, this is like you're outside looking at this horrible things that are happening, right? And then there's
Yeah,
this party that's happening.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like,
So
so they see him and then
Yeah, everybody gets all of Armando's problems are almost over, you know, in the
Yes.
afternoon.
But
Except,
then you guys,
go ahead.
that's kind of the end. We don't see Armando anymore.
Well, yeah, that happens, and
Well, the movie has an ending, you guys, but it has what I would call, and I don't mind the ending. And here's the thing, we kind of know the ending from the beginning because it's a bad time. These people are having a bad
I
time.
thought he was gonna get out, Tiff. You know, when they showed
He,
the next thing, I felt cheated with the ending, to be honest with you, because they started like just going with the story of this college girl or just this lady working on this transcript, and you know, she's doing her thing. She has, I guess, a family too, and she goes out to this clinic, which it happens to be the same movie theater in present time. Um, you know, in present day, to go talk to I forgot Armando's sons, but he was all grown up now. To go
same actor
same
playing his
actor,
own
yeah.
son.
I couldn't tell at first. I was like, wait a minute, is that the okay?
I honestly thought at first they had another guy that looked sort of similar to him,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
kind of did an overlay, but it's him.
yeah.
They younged his face.
Yeah, he's playing his son, and she's giving him this information of what really happened with his dad. Because
Enzo, I think.
that was Enzo. All we ever see was they showed a newspaper clipping of him dead. You know,
Yes, because she was like, I hope he survived.
like
And then she finds out that he didn't survive.
yeah, I mean, they took a picture of the dead body with the eyes open, everything, right on the front page.
And
Uh,
that's what we see as his end.
yeah,
Um, and I'm glad that they show because like it would we want a happy ending, but a lot of times that's just not how it
I
is.
wanted a happy ending. I wanted to see him, at, you know, somewhere on the beach with the boy.
I
Like,
mean, I want a happy ending. I
yeah,
want a happy ending. I would like that to be the reality.
yeah, for sure.
And so like I can see it wanting to be very authentic in the situation, you know what I mean? So he's saying like, but that happy ending of the situation is that he got his son somewhere safe and his son became a doctor.
Yeah, he did. But the what bugged me is like the son. He was like, I don't even remember my father.
Yeah, it was also like he
You wasn't
also
that
sort of
young,
seemed upset
dude.
about him
Yeah, I was like, you
like
wasn't that young, dude. I mean, you seem old enough that you should have some fond memories of your dad because it wasn't like there was no conflict between the two of you, you know. So I was
I mean,
really,
I guess trauma does weird stuff to your memory,
I
but
was surprised he said that though. That's,
I mean, here was and I guess my thought process is that like he doesn't know how much his dad did for him.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And so that's why she gives him because then so there's kind of this implication like the government still isn't that great no matter what because they're saying like give me all the files, give me.
yeah.
And she's like, I made a copy and I think you should listen to it because I think she
He
wanted him to
reluctantly
know.
picked up that damn thing too. You know, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he would be like, no.
No, I thought he was gonna be like, great, but he was like, he looked at it, and
Yeah,
I don't even
slowly
think
put in his pocket. So I think
I don't even
in
think
some
he'll ever
ways,
listen to it.
yeah,
Honestly,
I think in some ways you could think of this movie as his experience of learning about his dad.
yeah,
Like we are having his experience. Um, but yeah, this movie, you guys, that's how it ends. Like we
yeah,
learned that's what he ultimately wanted. Like, he wanted to be with his son, obviously, and stay with him. But like he wanted to save his son and he did. Um, Beautiful movie.
yeah,
Horrible, sad things happened, and like this movie is just made gorgeously. You can tell that who made the director who made this movie really cared about telling this story and making the time accurate,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I enjoyed it. Is it something that I would have saw on my own? Probably not. Do I recommend it?
Yeah,
Uh,
I do.
for some of you,
Yeah, if you like intrigue and if you like a slow burn,
yeah,
I think I would or like honestly, if you just want to see something set in the 70s that's beautifully done,
yeah. It's
like
it's worth watching. Just the especially, you know, if that's not your culture, it immersed you in a Brazilian culture, man. I mean,
mhm.
heavy duty. It didn't. There was no American bastardization of the experience at all. Which tends to happen in a lot of movies and stuff. You get the American what we see, and judge everybody by our standards. We think we're so great and we're not. Anyway, we're the fucking worst. Anyway,
Oh,
anyway,
I do also want to mention there is a part of this movie where we see the cops talking to a German refugee.
yeah.
There's a lot of refugees in this movie, and they think he's a Nazi.
Yeah,
and he is not. He's escaped from.
he's Auschwitz.
He's Jewish,
Yeah, I mean, it
and
couldn't have been more stupider. You know,
and like I
he
think there's a
hated
lot of
their ass too.
yeah, and he was like speaking, and then those people who really loved him and were caring for him, and they were so scared. Everyone in this movie is so scared for the people that they love, and it's just awful.
Yeah, the cops are the worst. I mean, and it's been like that in many foreign countries for a long time. And you know, well, it ain't that bad anyway. Anyway, man. So that's it. And that's all. We can't do the damn thing. We got it done. Again, this movie has 90 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes. Where we at? It's at 98%. Damn. 203 reviews. And so, oof, wow, yeah. After the Oscars, more people will see it. Just
I
because
think so too. And
people,
then
they like to see the movies that's
I like
in
to
that
see who
category.
won.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
some people like to watch the movies, all the Oscar movies before they like. There's a lot of people who like, oh, here's the Oscars. I'm gonna watch them
Yeah,
all. And some people have already seen them.
yeah, yeah.
But I think this movie uh will get a little bit more traction now that it's
Yeah.
once the Oscars have been shown.
Yep. So, man, that's it. That's all. Came to do the damn thing. We got it done. My name is Montego, host of Fans of Patrol. With me is my wonderful co-host, Miss Tiffelbot. Until next week, again, I have no idea what we're gonna do. It's thirsty out here, y'all. It's real
We're gonna
thirsty,
see.
you know. So anyway, um, we will put that out before we roll next week. So until next week, y'all, we will be on
On
patrol.
Patrol.